I'm pretty sure that whoever clicks on this video has something, either that's a really tiny bit of a thing or that's really a huge, big of a deal. There is something that keeps on haunting them, that keeps on driving that one question in their brain, that what if I did something different? What if I had not done that mistake? What if this and that? And we keep on thinking that maybe the result would have been different, maybe my life would have been different. And believe it or not, I think each and every human on this planet has something, at least maybe even a tiny bit of a thing. They have it, thinking in that way. But can we please think and comprehend that we are not all perfect? And we are all living our life for the first time. We don't have any memory if there was any past life or past lives that we will gather our experience and have our reference points and draw conclusion, and we can make them or portray them as our guidelines for our future, and we can take decisions according to that. But that's not possible. That's not possible. It is so natural to make mistake. It can be hurting someone, maybe breaking someone's heart, maybe not being consistent with something, or maybe it can be exactly opposite. Maybe you went all the way out to keep someone's heart, beautiful and not crushed, by crushing your own heart, and that is something now you're regretting. Or maybe it can be you went so consistent in something that you did not enjoy your childhood, or you did not give yourself that enough time. You were just into like materialistic things and this and that. You didn't give time. There's so many things. There are so many things we cannot even think of in each and everyone's life. It is so difficult to even comprehend that someone might be dealing with something, and everybody has those residue of the mistakes. It's like the bag you carry. Imagine you're carrying a bag with bricks on it. Each bricks are the residue of all the mistakes that you did, and you refuse to let go of those mistakes, and you refuse to forgive yourself. But the thing is, in this world, the world is not kind. The world is not kind, not because they actually don't want to be kind. It's because the world thinks, and in that world we are also there. The world thinks that being kind to ourselves means we have to be mean towards someone, so that we lift ourselves up, and we think great about ourselves, and we are being kind to ourselves. But no, that's not the thing. But it's not everyone's cup of a tea to think that it's wrong, and we have to heal ourselves. We have to let go of all the things that was not kind towards ourselves. We are ought to make mistakes. Everyone who has reached their own milestones, who has been through a bunch of dozens of successes they have actually portrayed they have conquered a lot of failures, they have made a lot of mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, there's no way you're going to get ahead. Because if we are afraid of making mistakes, we will be at the same space, we will be in our own comfort zone, we will not be comfortable making any progress. Because if you are not willing to embarrass yourself, if you are not willing to embarrass yourself in front of public, in front of thousands of people, in front of your core family, if you're not able to allow yourself to be a beginner, then there is no way you can go ahead in your life. And in order to do that, to be a beginner, then you are ought to make a mistake, not a mistake. There has to be thousands and hundreds and so many mistakes in order for you to grow. And this video is all about that. I mean, forgive yourself for everything that you've done. You made some decision in past that you are not in good terms with right now, but You made those decisions, you took those paths, you allowed yourself to choose those paths at that time with all the knowledge and wisdom you had at that time. You thought it was right. You thought it was right at that moment with all the resources, with all the wisdom, with all the knowledge you had. And now, of course, sometimes I do as well think that if I had the wisdom that I have now, if I had the knowledge or resources that I have now, maybe even 5 years earlier, then I would have turned my life into completely different than what it looks right now. I would not have made those mistakes that did hamper me. But the thing is, it's not possible. Life, we try to make sense of life in future, but it only makes sense when we look backwards. I mean, oh, okay, this happened because of this, or this had to happen for this. Mistakes, all those silly, dummy words that came out of your words, all those silly, dummy actions. You think it's silly, dummy. I think it's silly, dummy, but the thing is, it was absolutely needed for where we are right now, to think this way, to talk this way, to have the confidence, to have our relationships. And if you're not letting your guilt to go, there's no way. We cannot move forward with a bag full of a brick. We have to make them feel like a feathers. And it's possible by letting it go. We have to let it go. We have grown, we have changed, and we are not the same anymore. So it's just about, okay, making sense of what we did at the past, and even if it doesn't make sense, and then moving forward and thinking that now I will make those changes in life, or now I will not make those mistakes. We cannot go backwards. If we can, it's not invented yet. Uh, but for now, it's all about looking for the future, forward towards the future. And forgiving yourself doesn't mean that you excusing everything that you've done. You might have actually done something really horrible, but that doesn't mean that you are a horrible person throughout your life. You change, your thoughts change, how you see things change. It just means that to survive in this world, we need to have peace within ourselves. As I said, the world is not kind. It will constantly give you the pain. It will constantly throw pain towards you, into your face. But it's just about it means you're choosing peace over pain. The world is really enough to give you pain. But it's not good enough to give pain to yourself by your own thoughts, by your own feelings. So stop giving yourself this pain. Even a small tiny self-talk, that is a bad self-talk, will give you immense amount of pain and misery. We don't even know how much that affects us. We just have to be really considerate about what are the words that we use for ourselves. Let go of that guilt. We've carried it long enough. Let go of that guilt. Let's just be kind to ourselves and let's move on. And if you needed this reminder today, forgive yourself and start again gently.